Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are in for an absolute treat this Sunday. We don't know the time yet, or the time of recording this, we don't know the time exactly. But this Sunday, we have Game 7 between the Timberwolves and Denver. This has been an absolutely tremendous series with Minnesota looking great to start, Denver looking great in the 3 games after that, and the Minnesota absolutely dominating Denver 2 nights ago. Today, we're going to discuss what made the Timberwolves so good on offense and why Denver struggled on defense in particular, their guarding of certain players, and how they can potentially adjust back to what they saw in games 3 through 5. If you enjoy this content and want more of it, and or want to see Denver on offense versus the Timberwolves on defense, which is what I'll talk about tomorrow in tomorrow's video, and then ultimately the game, feel free to like and subscribe. Let's go. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to look back at game 3, and this is the real reason I think they had so much success, is how they guarded Anthony Edwards. I think everything really stems from this because he's the explosive playmaker that the Timberwolves have. We're watching in this position, we're watching this defender right here. Okay, so he is guarding Jaden McDaniels. Jaden McDaniels leaks out of the corner, simply stops in the middle to essentially give one more extra defender and make it so Ant has that much harder of a drive to get to, and it leads ultimately charge. This concept of showing aggressive help, especially off of McDaniels, is one of the key fundamentals that Denver went to through games 3 through 5. And so to begin game 6, Denver did the same concept. Okay, they're doubling Cat here, but they're providing extra help off of Jaden McDaniels, which we're watching. So we're looking at Michael Porter Jr. in particular. As this ball gets down, Michael Porter Jr. is helping. He is shading all the way up here, saying, Jaden McDaniels, we're not worried about you as a shooter. We are coming over here instead. And Cat even passes to the player that's guarded, frankly. And Michael Porter Jr. is like, don't even worry about it. I'll stay here. We don't have to rotate. Jokic doesn't attempt to close out. They're willing to allow that shot. The big issue is, in this game, Jaden McDaniels went 3 for 5 from 3. And this is what I think is the super huge issue for Denver, is not having one clear concept or adjusting on the fly based on the results in the game. So first up, we can see essentially like a switch as this goes through because Michael Porter Jr. rotates over on this trap. Hey, so McDaniels comes out here, so Jokic is on him temporarily. I would prefer just Murray just kind of goes with him. I feel like that would have been a simpler solution, but Murray just keeps on going. So Jokic is like, okay, well, I'll guard him then. And so Jokic doesn't really close out, hands down, late contest. They're letting him shoot that. However, he went 3 for 5 in this game. So what does him going 3 for 5 mean? My personal thoughts is it means absolutely nothing. It's simply random variance. You can still sag off. However, the Nuggets did not view it that way. Instead, they chose to play more aggressive, and because the Timberwolves shot pretty well as a team, they were out on the perimeter more. And being out on the perimeter, what does that do? That means you have more space for drives. Okay? So as this ball goes up, there is no help. Okay? Cat simply turns the corner. You have Aaron Gordon go over the top, and Jokic comes up to prevent the shot. And there is no help from either side. They're simply giving up a dunk at the rim. You give up dunks at the rim, you will lose basketball games. And so Denver in general this game played much worse defense. Their rotations weren't good. They didn't help on the backside. They simply stayed essentially on their own man. And when they were forced to rotate by doubling, they really struggled. And then this is the second thing I really, really don't like that Denver did, is they liked to fly by a lot on shooters, and I think instead they should have the opposite approach where they close out short, still put a hand up, but you're forcing this difficult shots because this is what you want. You don't want the dunks at the rim. That's what you don't want. But Aaron Gordon, when he flies by right there, it gives Cat a clean room. Right? Jokic, not really a rim protector. Like, he could step up, make this harder. Gobert is pretty blatantly grabbing him, but that being said, this is difficult for anyone to stop, and this is the one thing that you don't want to allow if you're Denver. If you give up dunks at the rim, you lose games. Right? Whether it's Cat, whether it's Ant, whether it's Gobert, does not matter. You cannot give this shot up. Cannot do it. So we saw Aaron Gordon. What does he do? Hey, ball gets passed to Cat. And if you're going to help over, you can't fly by. Like, if you're going to do this jab, I don't get the flyby because every single pass you're going to fly by because you're helping over. Instead, just close out short. Let him shoot this ball. This is a tough shot. I get it. Cat's a good shooter. You got to give up something. Letting him get to the rim like this is not going to work. Again, Jokic has to make a decision. I either stay with Towns or I stay with Gobert. Cat makes the easy pass, and again, another dunk at the rim. This is all in the first quarter. They got 3 open dunks, and those are just the ones that fit this example. They had more than this. So what I think you have to do is, even if McDaniels is shooting well, you help off and use that defender to help off, because their offense on the inside is so much more of a threat than their offense on the outside. They can shoot the ball well, but they dunk it really, really well. And so the question is the Timberwolves' really good shooting night going to affect the way Denver plays in Game 7? If they stay essentially home on shooters and allow Anthony Edwards to get to the rim, or Anthony Edwards to come off a screen and make easy passes to Gobert, Cat, exact same concept, they're going to lose. And as we saw in this game, they're going to lose very, very badly. Okay? You have to make sure the Timberwolves cannot get downhill. They are so freaking athletic, so good of explosive drivers. You cannot allow that. Shout out to Luka Garza. I said that from the beginning. I love the Luka Garza 3. If you enjoyed this and or are looking forward to see what Denver does on offense or what they can adjust on offense, feel free to check out tomorrow's video. But most importantly, have a blessed rest of your day.